As a second-time homebuyer, preparing for the move can be a stressful and daunting task, especially when you're selling a house and buying another one at the same time. In this video, we'll talk about what you can do to make the process smoother and more manageable. Come on in and have a seat. I'm Ben Weaver, Illinois attorney and founder of 23 Legal. I provide personal, practical, and professional legal service by guiding clients through the process of buying and selling a home throughout Chicago and its suburbs. And today, we're guiding the second-time homebuyer on tips to get ready for your first big homeowner move. First things first, and as an attorney, I feel the need to get this right out of the way. Lawyers hate pre- and post-closing possession. Many buyers and sellers often ask if they can move in or out before or after the closing date. However, we usually advise against it due to the potential for issues down the road. Were there issues in obtaining the loan that could move the closing date? Did attorney review go substantially longer than expected? That could also alter the date. How about when the sale is closed? What do we do if the seller, who's no longer the homeowner, accidentally damages something in the house? What is broom clean versus not broom clean? All these could come up as potential issues that could make the ending of that post-closing period a larger stress than necessary. All right, now that that is out of the way, let's move on to the most important thing, preparing early. Movers are usually short-staffed, just like everyone else. Therefore, it's critical to contact them early to get on their schedule to avoid any last-minute hiccups. Now, it's unlikely that you know your exact closing time until a week or two before closing. But don't let that stop you from reaching out ahead of time and at least solidifying a date and a time range. Once you have a certain closing time, you can confirm that with the movers instead of trying last second to find one that fits a small window of time 1 week before the date. On the same note, maybe don't schedule the move out on the date of closing. That date can already be very stressful, and attempting to move out on the same day can just add stress to an already stressful situation. Best thing I can advise you to do is, especially if you have the ability to leave some last minute stuff in the home, is to move all the non-essential belongings out a day before closing. Maybe keep a bed, some toiletries, maybe a little food left over, so that way on closing date, getting everything out is far easier. So what do you want to leave in the house? Well, ask us. We can reach out to the other side's team and see if anything is expected to be in the house. Let's say you recently repainted the living room and have a can with some remaining paint. That would be nice to leave so that they can color match if they want to continue that color, right? Well, maybe not. There's also the chance they want a completely empty and open house to do whatever they want to with. And we can figure that out for you. We are here for a reason, you know. Additionally, it's crucial to understand that the process of closing can be unpredictable. There will be open contingencies right up to the closing date, which means that you have to put some faith in the process. The reality is the realtors, the attorneys, the lender, the buyer, and the seller all want the closing to go off without a hitch on the agreed upon closing day. And that's always the ultimate goal. However, with the fact that changes do happen and are to a point expected, flexibility is going to be key in making sure the eventual closing is reached. The last thing I want to talk about is something we mentioned earlier. Room clean condition. What does that really mean? Well, don't think about it too much and you'll probably have it figured out. Dust the house, get it swept up, don't leave any major stains, and you should be good. Hiring a cleaning crew to deep clean the house? Sure, the buyer would love it, but that's probably not needed. Leaving a pile of leaves and dirt in the corner that your dog Poofy Poo treaded inside before you left probably would be an insult to the buyer. As long as the house is, as the name implies, broom clean, you'll be good to go. And that's some tips we have for someone moving out of their first owned home into a new one. I think the best thing I can tell you is think about when you first enter a new home, what would you want the house to look like? If you can give the buyer that same respect that you would want another seller to give to you, then you'll be good to go, and I can't see many issues arising. We know that first-time home buyer always gets the attention, but a first-time home sale is just as much of a commitment and milestone in one's life. If you have any questions on something we did not discuss here, leave a comment and we'll reach out to you. Like this video if you found it helpful, and subscribe to 23 Legal for more real estate law content. I'm Ben Weaver, open to taking new contracts and clients, and I'll see you in the next video.